Hey everybodies. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Um Life has been crazy here in the hutch. I tell you. Um I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where I ended. Um let's see. Bought a car. Had the car less than a month. The starter went out. If I hadn't had my rent paid up a month in advance, I tell you what, I don't know where I'd be. But I did, so I actually had the money to fix that. So now I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get back to where I have my rent paid up ahead again, because that was a godsend. So yeah, when I get my rent rebate check back, I will have to, I've got to get a spare. I had to find a wheel for the Jeep. Did that. The tire on the wheel, we know why we got the wheel so cheap. The tire has a hole the size of my fist. So I have to get a spare. And I also need at least 2 new tires for, just safety's sake. Because the tires, they're not bad, but it wouldn't hurt to have 2 new tires. So there's that expense. Gotta love buying used cars. So we're going to do a little whip and chat while I try to catch you up here. There's a little bit to catch up. So let's see. I think we had talked storage area at one point. I had moved from... I'd been trying to go through the storage area to get rid of the storage area. Yeah. Too much to go through. Way too much to go through. So, yeah. I did move it to a smaller storage area, only to have them turn around and raise the rates yet again at the place I was. So, the smaller storage area was going to be more expensive than the one I was in. So we decided we were going to move to a totally different business. Yeah. Couldn't find a crew to help me move that. So I rented a U-Haul. And I was going to try to do it by myself. I got a little bit done by myself. Talbert's mom helped me. So here we've got 2 disabled women moving heavy totes. But we got it done. And then Earl, our maintenance guy, we kind of guilt-tripped him. I don't know if we guilt-tripped him, but we had... Sorry, I gotta move you guys a little bit. We asked him if he could help us unload the U-Haul. And his kids weren't busy at the time. He's got twin sons, and they were gracious enough to help us for $10 a piece. So we get the U-Haul. Well, Talbert's mom was pretty much done. So I dropped her off here, and then I took the U-Haul over there and popped the back on it, and Earl was fairly impressed about how much we did, because I rented a 10-foot truck. And it was full. Completely full. Other than... Yeah, knocked all those off, didn't I? Other than I think 4 or 5 boxes we took out to bring up here, which were some Christmas ornaments my mom had made. The Christmas tree my mom had made. One of those pitcher and bowl things that she had that I wanted on my dresser. That kind of stuff. So, yeah, brought that up here. And then took the rest over to the storage area, which is now packed to the rafters because we just got a little bitty one, and because I can't afford a big one. But I've got to start getting through this stuff and getting rid of consolidating down, finding homes for things, deciding what to do with what. I mean, I've got totes of books that I'm probably never going to read. Or if I've read them, I'm not going to read them again. That's a bad thing with me. Is I love books, and I will reread some books. I will not part with my Diana Gabaldon books. Gabaldon, however she says her last name. But those are all here in the apartment, so... And yes, I did order the new one because it just came out. That's my Christmas present to me. My other Christmas present, apparently, to me is I'm getting a new knee for Christmas. I go get that done on the 20th, and those went in all wonky. So, yeah. I'm finally gonna do it because I can't put up with it. I can't put up with it anymore. I just can't do it. It hurts too much all the time. So, yeah, I'm getting a new knee for Christmas. So, that'll be fun. But hopefully, I can come in here and sit and diamond paint with it, you know, and not be, you know, do my exercises and all that fun stuff, because they always tell you do your exercises, which, you know, I've already had one done, so, which is funny, because the doctor that's doing it, when I first went in to see him, because, you know, the doctor who did the other one is an excellent surgeon, but he's got no bedside manner. None at all. He's kind of a stick in the mud. But anyway. I mean, the first time I went to see him, I took my sister Jan with me. And we were sitting there, and she decided that my x-rays looked like Beaker from the Muppets. So we were giggling like crazy and meeping at each other because, you know, my x-rays looked like Beaker. So we were meep. And it was funny. Well, he did not appreciate it. He's like, this is serious. And I was like, yes, but instead of being scared, I chose to find humor in things. That's just how I am. So he did not appreciate our humor. But anyway, I digress. But when I went to see Dr. Strad, who is in the same office as Dr. Edwards, he tells me, well, you're too young to have a knee replacement. And I lift the skirt of my dress up just enough to show the scar on my left knee. He's like, but you've already had one done. He's got the x-ray sitting there right there on the computer. He could see that I already had one done. So I guess he just hadn't looked at the file. But anyway, we had tried all the things that, you know, they like to try. Dr. Edwards had tried cortisone. Yeah, well, the fun thing about cortisone, it needs cartilage to work. Well, cartilage is one of the first things that RA eats for dinner. So there was no cartilage left in my knee. But anyway, so yeah. So steroids don't work when there's no cartilage in there. So yeah, I can talk and diamond paint at the same time. Duh. Anyway. So we did that, and then we did an RFA, which is where they go in and they insert 3 needles and heat them up really, really hot, like really, really hot. I think he said 150 degrees Celsius. That's what I want to think he said, which is supposed to burn the nerve endings. So, and he said 75% of the people get relief from this for like 3 years. Yeah. I'm a medical anomaly. It didn't work. I don't think I got any relief at all. Maybe a little bit for a very short amount of time, like a week or 2. But yeah, it didn't work, basically, at all. So we are back to gotta have a knee replacement. So doing that on the 20th. Yay. Not so much yay, but at least it's getting done. Hang on a second. I need a drink. Okay, so what else is going on here? Trying to think. What else do I need to catch you up on? Oh, this is my my Puck Chinson. If you'll remember from Talbert's mom's video from her custom where she had been, we kind of messed up and she started to say Puck Chinson and we decided, okay, that was funny. So he is forever and always in this house referred to as Puck. He is Puck Chinson. And there is no disrespect at all intended in that name. It is just, I don't know if it's part of the fibro or what. There's a lot of things that I screw up with on words. I mean, we have Nims and Petals. That's one of the things that I was trying to say. Pins and needles. Came out Nims and Petals. I went to ask my sister if she wanted to have a cigarette. This is my late sister, Trina, that I miss tremendously. I went to ask her if she wanted to have a cigarette, and at the same time I was thinking a smoke, and it came out smigarette. So these are smigarettes. Yes, this is my cigarette box. So yeah, we have all sorts of weird, screwed up, made up words. So yeah, this is my Puck. It is called The Colors of Life. It is a dreamer's design. It is supposed to be for my dreamer design winter sparkle along. Is that what it's called? Started at the 1st of November. I am this far along because November sucked and December is maybe I can work on it more since, but my calendar's kind of a little busy. Got a lot of appointments going on because of, having to get ready for knee surgery. But, however, This will be on my table until it's done. Then, when this is done, the next one is, whatever's next is the Scaredy Cats, because it's the first one under this. And then my mystery painting is under the Scaredy Cats. And then I believe over on the other table is the Rainbow Dragon. I'm going to finish all those. And then I'm going to get back to where I'm doing, I start one, I finish one. Because that's the way my OCD is. It drives me crazy to stop in the middle. But, while I'm thinking about it, because Talbert's mom asked me how long I had been diamond painting, I started collecting these right after my dad passed, when we lived in Monette, which was in 2015. And I know I set it on this table. That's not it. Where did it go? Sorry guys, I know I had it on the table. And now the table is cleaned off, so I do not know where it is. That's not it. Okay, that's gonna bug me. Because I was gonna show you. I mean, I did like four things on it. But I had found, because I had looked everywhere for this thing, I had actually found the very first one that I started on back before I knew anybody who had been diamond painting. And back before I knew that bigger was better. So yeah, this just drives me nuts that I don't know where it went. It's like somebody moved it. I don't like it when people move my things. Oh, maybe this is it. This must be it. So, like I said, I started this when I had my first knee surgery, which was in March of 2017. Do not even know what the picture is. And I did all of this little corner right here. This is how big this is. Woohoo! You can get it all in one frame. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a wolf. No, it's a unicorn. It's a unicorn. Can you see that? It's a unicorn. Anyway. So yeah. That was the first one I started. It's itty bitty. And all I did was that first little bit of that corner. But I'd had surgery. I was laid up in my chair. And I think I fell asleep. And I couldn't hold my attention on anything. But that was... I got all my stuff ready for it, and I was going to learn to do this new craft. And I didn't have any boxes or anything, but I did get one of those, you know, because I was getting all set up for it and everything. See, I didn't even put anything other than I bought, because I looked at the little wax pen and I was like, I don't know how to do that, but I thought I had found this thing. And I have a ton of these things because I still, every once in a while, will dig one of these out and use it for a while. I don't know if you, for those of you who do not know what this is a Marvy jewel picker. They use them for nails and stuff when they're putting jewels on your nails. But it's just a tacky ended thing. Do I still have drills in my thing? No, I don't. Hang on a second and I will show you what it's like. Let me move this out of the way. What's next? C's? Okay, what are C's? We'll multitask here. C's are 43. So anyway, I found that the other day and I was like, oh, I can show that to the peoples, to the bunnies. I can show my bunnies. I'm kind of all over the place right now. My brain is just so fried. So anyway, okay, here we has the drills, and we has it has a little end. Where are we? Has a little end. These wear out really fast, especially if you're heavy-handed, and it has a big end. So this end works really well for just, but it just picks them up really well, and you just put them down in a spot. But like I said, this end, if you do much manipulation, it will wear out really fast. But these work really well for ABs. They are fantastic for ABs. They don't pull the stuff off or the coating off. And a lot of times with ABs, I will just pick them up, lay them down in there really soft, and then just push them down with my finger. You know, I'll just dink and stick them down in the little hole like that. And then I'll just pop it in with my nail. So it makes that little clicky sound like that. So, yeah. And then the big end does the same thing. It's just you can use the big end a lot longer. And you can push a little bit more with it because it's thicker. But it's not as... What is the word I am looking for? It is not as... I cannot think. Brain's not working. It's just not working. It's not as detail oriented, I guess, is what I'm basically saying. It's... Anyway, so that's what I found the other day when I don't even remember what I was doing when I found it, because I looked everywhere for it. So I may finish that while I'm finishing up things that I've started, because you know, it's a started project. I might as well finish it while I'm finishing up started projects, right? Right. So there you go. Sorry. I gotta get back in my chair the proper way with my feet up. Oh. So what else am I supposed to be catching you up on? I should make notes. I really should, but I don't. So I ramble, and y'all ought to be used to it by now. Let's see. My phone died. Not the phone that I make my videos on, because that one's just basically my handheld computer anymore. Excuse me, I'm wheezing. Excuse me. Air bubbles. That was rude. Okay. I have the phone that I make my videos on, which is a Note 20. Is from an old phone plan that basically is just tied into my Wi-Fi. Is not on any phone service. All I use it for is, like I said, it's my handheld computer. So, my other phone that's on a phone plan wouldn't hold a charge. It would sit here on my desk, fully charged. I set it down on my desk. Within like 2-3 hours, it would shut itself off because the battery had died. So I called the company because it's a SafeLink phone. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically a government program where you get a free phone. So, because I'm poor. I don't like being poor, but I'm poor. So, anyway, I'm poor. And way more so than I used to be. But anyway, so I called the company, and they said, okay, this is not the first time you've called about the battery, because it had been an ongoing issue. We will send you a new phone. Okay, because I'd had it 3 years at least. So, okay, send me a new phone. Great. And I think we called them on Tuesday, because I had originally called them, but I had to call them from somebody else's phone because they needed me to take the back off and do some stuff and what have you. Then when we called from Talbert's mom's phone, they didn't have me do any of that stuff, so it was kind of stupid to have to call from somebody else's phone. But anyway, I digress. So, anyway. So great, we called them on Tuesday. And they're like, okay, great, we'll send you a new phone. Okay, cool. Maybe we called them on Monday. I can't remember. But I got up on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? And my phone didn't work. Nothing. Couldn't get text messages. Couldn't call anybody. Nothing. I got people worrying about me because they couldn't get a hold of me. Okay. Now, on this phone, the one that I do my videos on, I can use Messenger because it's tied into my Wi-Fi. So I can make, Messenger calls, but the only one who ever calls me on Messenger is my sister Jan. So, and stupid me didn't even think of contacting her on Messenger to tell her that my phone wasn't working. It wasn't until, later that evening that I'm downstairs at my downstairs sister's and asked her, would you text Jan and let her know that, my phone's not working. Like, duh. So, anyway. But, so my phone wasn't working, and I was like, okay, this is weird. So, and Wednesday we called them, and they're like, well, we already transferred everything to your new phone. I'm like, well, that's great, but I don't have my new phone. My phone doesn't work. Yes, we transferred everything to your new phone. I don't have my new phone, and my phone that I have doesn't work. Because we transferred it. I get the process, but the phone I have doesn't work. Anyway, it was blissfully quiet here for 2 to 3 days, which was just odd, but I could probably have gotten used to the fact that I had no phone. It was like back in the day where you didn't have a cell phone. You just had your landline and it rang every once in a while. Yeah, it was like that. I wasn't carrying a phone around all the time. In fact, because I was still throwing it in my purse like it was going to work. Suddenly, when I was out, all of a sudden it was going to start working. Well, Thursday I was like, why am I taking it with me? So I just left it. My purse is a lot lighter without a phone in it. So, so there was that. It's been crazy. It really has. It's been crazy here. It's just the weird stuff that has been. The phone didn't work. The starter went out on a car that I just bought, and and I know that starters can go out at any time. So, but it does start a lot better now than it did when I first got it. So I will say that. So, which may or may not have been that the starter might have been going out on it. I don't know. It's really hard to say. It's not one of those things that they can say, yeah, the starter was going out on it. Yeah. But, that was funny. Because I took it into the shop, and he's telling me that there's this massive oil leak. And I'm like, there's no oil on the ground. And he goes, you have a massive oil leak. And I'm like, there's no oil on the ground. Well, I'm telling you, you have a massive oil leak. And I'm like, if there's a massive oil leak, why is there no oil on the ground? So we're having this argument every time we talk on the phone about this massive oil leak he's talking about. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but there's no oil on the ground, so there can't be this massive oil leak. So he replaces the starter. And he calls me and he tells me it's done. And he tells me, he's like, you're right, it probably isn't an oil leak. It's just 17 years because this is originally an original... an original part. My car's 17 years old. And so there's 17 years of gunk on this starter. He showed it to me when I went and picked the car up. And he's like, it's just 17 years of gunk. And he goes, you're right, it does not have a massive oil leak. And I was like, I kept telling you there's no oil on the ground. If it had a massive oil leak, there would be a puddle under my car. There's no stain under my car. So, I mean, I don't know everything about cars. In fact, I know enough to be, I know the car, the key goes in the ignition and you turn the key and it starts. I know a little more than that. I'm not stupid. I just play stupid on TV. I used to be able to at least do a little bit of work on my car when I was younger, and you didn't need a can opener to get into the dang things. My first car was a 70 Maverick. Whoa, that's way more than I need. But I could get in there, I could change the oil, I could, change spark plugs, I could do a little bit on it. I knew a little bit about the engine, and my dad did teach me some car repair stuff. So I wasn't a total idiot. So now, was I really good about changing my oil or checking my oil or putting water in the car? No. Did I do that with the Maverick? No. Do I wish that I did? Yes. Because I would like to have that Maverick back, please. I blew the engine on it. Oopsies. But if I could afford one of the new Mavericks, if they would paint it grabber yellow, I would buy one. Because, when they first said that, they were coming out with the Mavericks again, I was like, cool. And then I looked up and it was a pickup truck, and I was like, no, Mavericks aren't pickups. For those of you who do not know what a Maverick is, it was basically a poor man's Mustang. It was a cool car. Anyways, so where was I? Okay, got the car dealt with, I think. I really didn't think very far ahead when I placed the camera arm, did I? I'm having to diamond paint around you guys. Let's see. Well, I didn't get any comments on naming the Jeep, so we decided to name him George. He's Norse. He is George the Yeep. But I do still want to give away one of the Elizabeth Ward boxes. So I have to figure out something to do for that. Is something maybe Christmassy. Let me ponder on that, and maybe I'll get Talbert's mom to give me some ideas and see what I can come up with for a contest or something that y'all can participate in, and then we can give one of those away. Because I've not done anything like that. So, won't that be cool? Because I love my Elizabeth Wards. I do's. And I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but the ones I got, I really am thankful for. So, Let's see, what else? Okay, we've done the car, we've done the knee, we've done storage. Done. What else have we done? Trying to think where we at on time. Oh wow, this is 40 minutes already. Maybe I should sign off there and, let y'all, before you're bored to tears on watching me diamond paint and ramble. So I will do that, and my next video I will have an idea for the contest. And I hope you all had a really good Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna let you go, and we will talk at you later. And gonna let you go. Bye, everybodies. Love y'all.